What's up, YouTubers? So before we get started with this video, on Get Up, they're going to be talking about how the Brooklyn Nets beat the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 5 of the playoffs, and Kevin Durant goes absolutely crazy. So let's see what they have to say about that.
Oh, a spectacular night from Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets Game 5 against Milwaukee. The story early, James Harden gutting it out, making the return from the hamstring. He would play most of the night. He would struggle, particularly first half. 0 for 6 from the floor with 2 turnovers. But his presence seemed to lift his team. He was out there doing what he could. But the Nets would struggle mightily in the first half. Down 16 into the third we go. And Kevin Durant would say, this is about to become my night. Here we come. Durant in the lane, plays it up and good, and he's just getting started. Ensuing possession. Durant in transition. This was his running mate last night. Jeff Green, 7 of 8 from 3, 27 points. Nets creeping back into it. They're down 9. Final minute of the third. Durant up and good. The 6-point game into the fourth quarter. Under 9 to play now. Nets within 2. Durant using the screen. Oh my goodness, they're in front. Nets their first lead since it was 2-0. Just over 5 minutes now. What a game. Nets lead by 1. Durant. Mid-range, over Middleton. Yes, Nets by 3. $1:20 to go. Bucks down by 2. Giannis goes to the line. Again, down by 2. The crowd smelling blood. First one, no good.
Choke City.
Make the second. It's a 1-point game. Under a minute to go. Still 1 point. Shot clock winding down. Here's the biggest moment of the night. They've got him trapped. 2 seconds on the clock. 1 second. Oh, what a knockdown. Kevin Durant could not be stopped. Nets up by 4. 30 seconds to go. Nets lead is 2. What are they going to do? Giannis, Middleton, Giannis. They lose it.
Choke City.
Durant hangs on. Kevin Durant, 49 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists. Played all 48 minutes. The Nets win. Oh, what a night.
I didn't even think about nothing but just each possession. You know, I was just trying to win each possession, and I didn't think about how many points I had or shot attempts. I did play every minute, so, you know, that helped with my point total.
For him to have the toughness, the mentality, you know, that's what makes him one of the all-time greats. And so this is a performance that, you know, a signature performance, you know, for Kevin, and it was beautiful to watch.
So Kevin Durant is an absolute scoring machine with a shot from anywhere. So this isn't all that surprising. But let's take a quick look at the numbers. So Kevin Durant went 49, 17, and 10. He went 16 for 23, 4 for 9 for the 3-point. Blake Griffin he had 17 points and 3 rebounds. He went 7 for 11, 3 for 6 from the 3-point. Jeff Green, coming off the bench, had a great game. He went 27, 1 and 3, 8 for 11, and 7 for 8 from the 3-point. He went 7 for 8 from the 3-point. So Jeff Green definitely balled out. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis went 34, 12 and 4. He went 14 for 22, 2 for 4 from the 3-point. Chris Middleton went 25, 4 and 5. He went 8 for 22, 3 for 10 for the 3-point. And Drew Holiday went 19, 3 and 8. He went 7 for 16, 3 for 7 for 3-point. So back to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is an absolutely scoring machine. And if they go and win a championship, they're going to be talking about this game forever. I mean, you want to talk about a legacy game? This is it.
Really may have been the best game he's ever played. Durant scoring or assisting on 74 points last night, the most in any game in his career, regular season or postseason. And in the box score, he becomes the first player in NBA playoff history to have a triple-double with at least 45 points, 15 rebounds, and the 10 assists. And here we are with Jay Will, the Jay from KJZ ESPN Radio every morning. Okay, what are the right things to say about that virtuoso performance from Kevin Durant last night?
He's a singularity. That's the best single performance in a game I've seen in Kevin Durant's career. I mean, 49 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists. He can get anywhere he wants to go on the court. And here's what I said at the beginning of the year, Greeny, about Kevin Durant. When you witness him playing, Stephen Curry is probably one of the best tickets in basketball. But the Barclays Center for KD is a polished version of Rucker Park. It feels like you're watching street ball, but the most beautiful aspect of it, because the way he looks at all these individual matchups, if that's PJ Tucker, if that's Chris Middleton, if that's not Giannis guarding him the entire fourth quarter, this is who Kevin Durant is. He was the best player in the world in 2019. He still is the best player in the world, proving that each and every possession last night in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're filled.
So Kevin Durant absolutely killed it, like I said before. And if they go and win a championship, there'll be no more question if he could win it by himself. Now I know he had James Harden and Kyrie Irving with him, but this game right here, where James Harden was injured and Kevin Durant just took over and put up darn near 50 points, This is a legacy game that lets you know that this man can take care of business pretty much by himself. Now, I know everybody's going to be back when they get to the championship, if they get the championship, but this game right here is a legacy game for Kevin Durant. If they win the championship, all that trash about, oh, he had to go to a team that, won 73 games a year before and yada, yada with the Golden State Warriors. You can throw all that out the window because this will be the second team that he's with, and he took care of business and it helped them get to the championship, if not winning the championship, with him taking care of business by himself. Like I said, this is a legacy game, and Giannis Antetokounmpo doesn't want no smoke with Kevin Durant.
But to me, like, there was something legacy reshaping about this performance last night, because so much of KD's legacy, and he is and has been a great player, but has been about some of the questions that have come along with the greatness. Last night, he left no questions. I feel like last night's game, particularly if they go deep into these playoffs and maybe go all the way to the championship, I feel like last night's game could be a legacy reshaping performance.
When he had 49.
Exactly, it's going to be a legacy shaping game performance from Kevin Durant last night. This is going to change the whole view of what you can say about Kevin Durant with this game right here, especially if they win a championship. Like I said, you can throw out the whole Golden State and he went to a winning team and all this yada yada yada. He took care of business with the Brooklyn Nets last night, and he did it by himself for the most part. And if they get the championship and win it, all that trash talking about Kevin Durant, calling him a snake and all that is going to go out the window, because he showed you what type of scoring machine animal type of dude that he is with this performance last night.
9 points on 23 shots. Yeah. I would be curious where this ranks, if this is a top 5 NBA playoff performance, because of the efficiency. And by the way, all the pressure was on this guy coming into the game. James Harden out there with one leg pretty much playing like me. Jeff Green obviously played extremely well. Blake Griffin can give you some points in the third quarter. But you knew when it came down the stretch, the ball was going to be in the hands of the Slim Reaper.
All right, before we get to other matters, you said you had 3 other things you saw last night.
There are 3 things that I can't believe I saw. Number 1, Coach Bud, what the hell are we doing? We're not running any double teams at Kevin Durant. We're not giving him different looks defensively. The fact that he's still playing one-on-one in the fourth quarter blows my mind. Number 2, Giannis, your reigning defensive player of the year. PJ Tucker, you have been great all series long. You've carried the load. Get the hell out of the way. It's my time to guard the best player in the world right now when I need to. And the last thing, James Harden is out there playing on one leg. I give him so much credit in the world, Greeny.
Yeah, shout out to James Harden, definitely, like I said before. And Giannis Antetokounmpo does not want any smoke with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant would absolutely shred that man. That's why he didn't go to him.
6 minutes, but why didn't the Milwaukee Bucks attack him defensively? He could barely move. We knew he could barely move from the first possession of the game. That was something that was a complete miss on their part. He should have been attacked every possession. A huge miss by the Bucks.
Now, those are all outstanding insights.
Yeah, and again, like I said, Giannis is talking about, next game I'm going to go ahead and guard Kevin Durant and all this other type of stuff. Like, you had your opportunity. You could have done that in Game 5. But now, all of a sudden, Game 6, now you want to step it up and guard Kevin Durant. Giannis doesn't want no smoke with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant would absolutely shred that man. And there's a reason why Kevin Durant said, don't you ever compare me to Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he showed you why last night, and he's going to show you again in Game 6 if Giannis thinks he can step up and try and guard Kevin Durant, which I seriously doubt he can.
It's an incredibly dramatic night, and so I'll finish it with this. Are the Nets now going to win this series?
I'm still going to pick Milwaukee to win this series. I still am.
Nah, I give it to Brooklyn.
I mean, James Harden, they're going to go back and get one in Milwaukee. Now, whether they can close it out, I guess I'm going to take the Bucks, but I honestly don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to go against Kevin Durant. Could he put another performance like this together?
If it's between Kevin Durant and between Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'm going to go with Kevin Durant all day, every day. He already showed you what he is. If somebody shows you what they are, you better go with that. And Kevin Durant showed you what he was in Game 5, and that man took over and took care of business. So between the two, it's pretty much one superstar against the other superstar. And between the two, I'm going with Kevin Durant all day, every day.
Game 7, yes, he could. I mean, obviously, he proved that he could do it there.
All right, what a performance. And again, KJZ, every weekday morning on ESPN Radio, we're just getting rolling. Thank you, Jay.
Man, one man can't beat 5.